Here we are out again, out and about, all prepared. Now, it's a little bit better today. The wind is not as strong as you can see, so yeah, a little bit better than yesterday, and the sunshine's coming out. Yeah. Now, I ordered some oil paints, was it Sunday night? And I've came yesterday, so I'm all set to do my painting. And as it says, I've got to practice on my sheep, because I'm going to be doing a lot of romantic style paintings, and they involve sheep and animals, dogs, horses, everything that you can think of. Going way back to the 17th, 18th century with figures in it as well, dressed in the 18th century style of clothes, so I'm looking forward to that. You've seen me doing a set of wildlife paintings, the last serious lot that I did, serious, I mean, I filmed them, and they were quite popular with you, so I'll probably do the same with this set of paintings, done in oil paints again. I'm going to show you one day what type of oil paints I use. My lace is undone. You've got to watch your laces. You don't want tripped up and get a broken leg, or worse still, a broken neck. Always make sure your laces are tied. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do a little vlog on all the types of materials that I use for oil painting, since I think a lot of you will be interested in that, all you artists out there. So as I says, I ordered more paints yesterday, so they came, and you always run out of a certain colour. You're just about to do a paint and you've got every colour that you think of, and then when you go to look, you think, oh, I've got the most important oils that I haven't got, and that's the sky colour, cerulean blue or deep blue or whatever. So yeah, that came yesterday, so no holding me back now. Following this little talk, I'll show you, well, I'll show you just now the me doing some fishing flies this morning. I got up early and I done some fishing flies, so here you are, enjoy, and then we'll continue with the talk. Now, if you look on eBay, you'll see that there's hundreds and thousands of salmon fishing flies, all sorts of types, trout, salmon, every type of fish you can think of, and flies to catch them. But if you do happen to have a look, they're basically all the same, different patterns, the well-known patterns I mean. And the difference between those flies and my fishing flies, a bit of PR here, is that every one of my flies is unique. All the patterns that I tie in my salmon flies and fishing flies are all made up in my mind. And as you can understand, with me being a fishing water bailiff, I know exactly what type of colours, the type of fly, type of feathers that I should use to basically catch more fish. Now you must understand as well, fish nowadays, salmon, sea trout, trouts and whatever, are all returnable. They must be returned to the river alive. That's part of the fishing rules and laws of the salmon and sea trout fishing world. They must all be returned to the river alive, unharmed. So, yeah, times have changed. So, anyway, I have the expertise to know which type of fishing flies will catch the fish. There's a little thing for you, a little PR for my sales. But yes, it's true. So what better than a River Bailiff Tynes fishing flies? So, as you can see, all different colours. Well, with me loving the art, I have to make them colourful, don't I? So these will be very enticing for all the fishes. And I have dozens and dozens of all different types up on my eBay art shop, linked below. I hope you enjoy this. Have a little relaxation and enjoy. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. It just lets you see the different aspects to my business, my eBay art business, my interior design items, my antiques, and these, my fishing flies that I create with my own hands. I learned a long time ago. It was a guy that I really respected. He was from Norway. His name was Christensen, and he taught me how to do the flies, basically. He was a great fly tyer. When I left the river, I lost touch with them, so I take it he'll still be doing them. But yeah, he's one of the characters on the river that I bumped into years and years and years back. And I formed a relationship, a strong fishing relationship with him. So, with all my fishermen friends, and he was one of the gang. So yeah, great guy and great flies he ties as well. And before I left the river, when I retired, I bought a whole load of framed flies from him, solely for the purpose of stock for my eBay shop. I was looking for stock at that time, and he offered me them at a reasonably good price. So yeah, they all sold as soon as I put them on eBay. I think I charged about £70 to £100 or something for each set, and I think there was 6 flies in each set, and it was like big frames, big fancy frames, and they're all set with their own names, so their own classic salmon fly names on them. So yeah, I just wish I had bought more at the time, because he had lots more, but it's just one of those things. So anyway, they all sold. I was happy with that. I could probably have got more money for them, but I was happy with what I got. Around about £100 each. So, and I think I paid to him, I think I paid about £40–50 or something like that. It might have been 70, but you're still making a good profit, you know what I mean? So yeah, they all sold. So I'm just casually walking about, doing my own usual thing. Oh, I seen on yesterday's walk, when you seen all those heavy winds, when I was sitting over in Heathfield, I seen a beautiful sight. A sparrowhawk coming down. You know how the summer grass is just coming up and it's going that nice, and it's going to be turning nice and golden soon with the heat and whatever. But yeah, he came swooping down. Well, he or she came swooping down and just glided atop of the you know, these buds, the grass sweet buds. It was just swooping along the top of them, going from side to side. What I think it was after was, because what I noticed as well was the swifts and the swallows were going along the same line, getting the flies off the grass. So I think he was chasing one of them, or trying to ambush them. That's what sparrowhawks do. was a great sight, and it gave me a great vision, because once he had done with the swooping along the grass and whatever like this, he went steeply up and then dived straight into the trees, and it was a tremendous speed. So that's in my mind for a painting, and I think I might just have him swooping down and a swallow in front of him, and they're going at the same, you know what I mean, the same swiftness. But yeah, that's a great painting. These are the times that I really love when I'm out, because it gives you so many ideas. Woodpecker just went in there as well. That's a great tree for the woodpeckers over there. Yeah. So, yeah, I would get more inspiration, and if I can, I was filming over at the drinking well that I put in over there. I was watching, well, I filmed some blue tits and robins at the well, so they're going into my film bank as well. I had a great sale this morning on eBay. Sold a set of brass candlesticks, beautiful ones. You've probably seen them in my living room, the spiral ones. They're up on top of the CD tower. I've got loads of candlesticks, loads and loads, but those were one of my favourites, so that's a way off to the Isle of Skye. And as normal, I was reluctant to part with them because I loved them that much. I hadn't seen anything like it. I hadn't seen anything like it so far. There was only set. So yeah, I sold them yesterday, which was great, yesterday morning. So they're away to the island of Skye. What a better place to go, eh? In fact, that's where my dad used to work. He was a delivery driver with the camping stores and shops that stocked all the camping gear, the coloured gas, the tents, the pots and pans, anything to do with the country, outdoor country. My dad delivered to these places, and I used to go with him a couple of times up to the Isle of Skye. A long journey from Perthshire up to the Isle of Skye, and he's even further, man, up onto the Isle of Skye. So I used to accompany him on a couple of occasions. I used to fall asleep as well because it was such a long journey. But my dad couldn't, he was driving. So, but these were great journeys, great times, great scenery. That's where, on these journeys, is where you see my deer paintings. When we used to go up to Rannochmoor and these places and all the glens, we came round the corner, and up above on a hole in a big giant rock was a stag looking over. My dad says, "Look at this, look, isn't that a beautiful sight?" And I says, "Isn't that lovely?" And I've got that in my mind, pictured in my mind ever since. So yeah, great memories. Great memories. Yeah, my dad had loads and loads of jobs, as he would tell you, loads and loads of jobs. Some he liked and some he didn't, and that was, strangely, is one of the ones that he didn't like. He loved the scenery and loved the driving and whatever. It was just the company, you know what I mean? So I was the same. Sainsbury's, I worked in Sainsbury's, the worst job I ever had, and the worst company to work for that I ever had. All supermarkets are like that though. Some would say no and some would say yes, but my experience was no. So anyway, enough of that yapping and yapping. I hope today, oh, you know what else I filmed over in the well? Mr. Pheasant. He was sneaking up. You know that tree that's in front where I sit? It was full of flowers. It full of the broom flowers. He popped his head up and he's sneaking looking at me. So I got him on film, yeah, and he wouldn't come nearer or whatever. He just wanted to see what I was doing. He was being nosy and wanting to see, because it's a new place for me putting seeds, you see. So he's discovered that. But anyway, I got him in film as well. So yeah, I hope it's going to be a good filming day. I think all the birds and animals are coming out after that strong wind yesterday. There wasn't so many yesterday out. Understandable with the strong winds and trees falling and whatever. But yeah, so just as I speak, there's the wind picking up. Yeah, but you must remember we're high up on Leafy's Hill. Leafy's Hill is quite high up. I think it's one of the highest points here before you get to the main hills above. But yeah, it's still nice. So this afternoon I'm going to go back and I'm going to be photographing those salmon flies that you've seen. So yeah, another great day. Hope you enjoyed that little talk. Anyway, tea time.